She was generating kilowatts of power from the bank of solar cells above the brewery, filling 27 batteries hour by hour. So she thought she'd splash and get a real greenie, with her 5 inverters running without cost, and the agent threw an e-bike in to sweeten, which meant far less freebie power would be lost. Well, 3 weeks ago, the gear paid for its purchase, when a sneaky band of rustlers came to call. We were sitting drinking coffee on the landing when the horses started fretting in the stall. There were snorts and kicks and whinnies through the stable, and my granny leant her head back with a frown. That was much too much kerfuffle for a ferret. There was something far more sinister going down. Granny grabbed a bunch of padlocks from her cupboard and stuffed them in a basket on the bike. Then she clicked the engine on and stuck a hood around the light and drifted off, as silent as you like. She was back in 15 minutes with the story. A bunch of lads were trying to load a brace of mares. Now, she'd come back for the tractor for some muscle and a stock whip that she hadn't used in years. I jumped up the back as Granny got a tow chain, and we whispered out the gate and up the lane to the ramps gate with the cattle stop and stock pens, where the horses, she insisted, would remain. Well, she pulled up in the bushes by the gateway, and she dragged the chain and hooked it to the stop. Then we made a brew and settled on the bull bars, and Granny put a call in to the cop. We could tell the rustlers hadn't got it easy. We could hear the 2 big stallions in a rage. They were kicking in the doors of the rustlers' wagon while their mates were being locked up in a cage. Now, the reason for the padlocks finally hit me. There was only one path out for them to take, and with headlights off and trying to be silent, they'd never see the error they would make. Well, the last race brought them out above the gateway. It was 50 metres left and nicely straight, so they couldn't help but speed up with excitement as they neared with some expectancy the gate. It was then that Granny flicked the tractor winch on, and the chain went tight with half a ton of pull, so the cattle stop popped upward like a trapdoor, with the pit below exposed, but quickly full. Now, as I said, her stock whip skills were rusty, but in seconds they were shiny as a star. With doors pinned by the pit and random hoof dents, there was really no escaping from the car. She let them have some window just for breathing, but if they stuck a head out, she let crack. And there's nothing like the tickle of a bullwhip to make that silly felon head pull back. Well, we waited on the tractor for the coppers. They came in droves by 3 a.m. or so. They were armed and very dangerous in appearance, with a chopper and a searchlight. Quite a show. Well, the wreckers came and took the car last Wednesday, and we winched the cattle stop back into place. But the trailer with the cage that held the horses, surprisingly, there wasn't any trace. Granny fixed the links and dead wheels on the splitter, and the chook shed got an aluminium roof, and there's fencing round the isolation nursery, and the laying box, well, you know, ferret proof.